And it's 10:01. We're gonna go ahead and get started, folks. So happy and blessed Wednesday night again, folks. This is the Team Relentless special announcement Zoom. We don't normally have these on a Wednesday night at 10, right? So I like how to catch myself to not say Tuesday. Regardless, if we haven't already met, my name is Myra Ferreira. I'm one of your executive sales directors based here in Tampa, Florida. And just like you, at one point, I was invited to step into what was possible in my life. I was welcomed to dream and to dream real, real big. But the reason why tonight is such a big deal is because I want you to start thinking about what you want the next season of your life to translate as far as your history books, what you write down and how that translates into the life you create and design for yourself, right? So I'm gonna be quick about getting myself out of the way, but while we get into that mindset and the groove of what tonight's Zoom is going to consist of, who was on our VP University training last night? Drop some ones in the chat if you were plugged in, connected. All right, go ahead and listen. Drop some flames in the chat if you were not beside yourself. We're starting off in the testimony how Elijah spoke on his achievement to sales director. Congratulations to you, young man. Then followed by Crystal Marrero sharing her experience. But guess who they got to recognize? None other than our Haitian sensation, one of our vice presidents, Mr. Bruno Fleuridort. So again, please celebrate and congratulate him, not only on all he's been able to achieve, but the entire phenomenal team that he is bringing up along with him. I am telling you, what you do in the life of others, God will do for you in yours. So if that's just the power they brought to the evening last night, I really couldn't think of anybody better than, of course, this gentleman. Now listen, as a vice president, if you do not know what that means, he's been able to create a business that's generating a minimum of $100,000 every 30 days in business volume. And if I'm not mistaken, he's about 3 years in this country. And again, that just speaks on what is possible when you've made a decision. So again, with setting the tone for tonight, please give all of your focus and attention to our vice president, Mr. Bruno Fleuridort. I saw him join, but can you hear me, sir?
Boss lady, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, man. You got this.
Man, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I want to go ahead and give it back to God first and foremost, my Savior and Lord Jesus Christ, and also give it back to you, man. Oh man, Myra. I said, you know what? When I want to do edification like Myra when I grow up, right? She killed it all the time, man. I love it. Thank you for everything that you do. Always set the tone. Again, congrats to everybody on their promotion last month. You know, big shout out to my team. Shout out to my mentor, Mr. David Marquez, for paving the way and all of the leaders. So guys, today I'm gonna go ahead and share my story with you. But I know you guys heard my story all the time, but there's one thing that you might not know. It's called 90 days, right? I'm always, you know, running for 90 days. I remember we had a training 90 days ago. And I sent the Eric Wall video to some of my team members. And I say, listen, I want you guys to watch this video because we have to recruit 20 people in 30 days. Why? Because that 20 people, we're going to work with them to create that new type of leaders. And we had a few people who say, man, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do it. But there's one thing that I tell people. I say, listen, when you take decision like this in your life, stuff going to happen. Stuff going to happen. You're going to have people sick in your family. You're going to have stuff happening in your family, but you got to keep focused. What happened? Yeah, this is when you're going to have the bad news. This is when you're going to have the spouse, the partner that's not going to support you. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. I tell my team this. I say, man, you got to. That 90 days is going to change your life if you can focus and make it happen. But I want to go back from 2020. I heard people say slow season, slow season, slow season. I'm like, what is the slow season? This is September, October, November, December. People lost focus. I'm like, no, there is no slow season. There is no slow season. What did I do? I set up a 90 days. And I remember I shared a screenshot in some of the leaders group in September. We make $20,000 last year. In that slow season, we had people talking about slow. I'm like, what is the slow season? We were just got VP. We make 20 grand in 1 month. In that 90 days, we almost make 50 grand. And we heard people talk, no, it was because we make a decision. We say, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and work. Stuff gonna happen, trust me. Trust me, if you said, you know what, man, I'm gonna work, or you know what, man, I'm gonna become successful, be ready. The devil gonna attack you. If you say, you know what, I heard people say 90 days, I'm gonna go ahead and work my 90 days, I'm gonna become successful, stuff gonna happen, you're gonna hear bad news. You're gonna hear bad news. The best friend that you have going to tell if you still do this one, you always talking about this, maybe we're not gonna hang out anymore, something gonna happen, but you gotta be committed. You gotta be committed, and that's what I did. That's what I did. Stuff was coming, I was keep going. I was keep going. Oh yeah, that's bad news. Bruno, you're insensitive. Oh yeah, that's a 90 days. That's a 90 days. Stuff happening, I was keep moving. I was keep going. I was keep going. I was keep going. I was keep going. I was pray, meditate, keep going, keep working, go to the training, stay plugged in, listen to my mentor, be coachable, do everything that I can, because I know that 90 days can change our life, guys. We always do a 90 days. We just finished with one. We just starting with a new one. And tonight you're gonna have a great news. That's gonna do a lot for you. So I want you guys to know 90 days changed my business, 90 days changed my life, 90 days changed my income. So anything that you're gonna hear tonight, I want you to pay attention. Pay attention and apply, because the next 90 days, man, you see me laughing because I know it's powerful. What we're going to do what now? Man, life going to be changed. Your life will never be the same if you listen to everything that you're gonna hear and you apply, man. I'm gonna see you guys at the bank. Myra, back to you, boss lady.
Woo! Thank you, Bruno. It's just raw energy, raw talent. You always speak to us with that passion, and I know that it transmits, right? To say, understand, energy never goes away. It's only transferred. It never goes away. It is only transferred. And this young man right here is someone that has earned his accomplishments and is truly a big deal, because he's taken all of that energy to create success that's going to outlive him. So again, let's light it up in the chat, giving Bruno the recognition and appreciation for all that you do across the whole team. You stay inspiring myself and everyone across the board. So again, thank you so much. And I really couldn't thank you enough. God bless on what you're continuing to do. And think about it, 90 days, 90 days. How much more of a lifestyle change can you actually make possible in 90 days? I really want you to think about that. And hopefully if you're writing down some notes, even after this Zoom, you're really analyzing that within yourself, having that conversation within, what can your life look like in 90 days, right? That's a lot of our focus tonight. So without any further delay, as we said, this is truly a special announcement coming to us from none other than the myth, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Xavier Marrero, who's a senior vice president with this opportunity. And if you do not know what that means, understand he's been able to build a business in less than 5 years that has been able to generate $1 million in revenue every 30 days. Now, if you haven't met him yet, he's somebody you're going to want to pay a great deal of attention to, because like they say, it's okay to be a copycat if you're going to copy the right cat. And I've been able to personally witness this man's journey throughout life for a few years, even prior to this business, having the blessing of his friendship, being able to meet him when he had it all, in a sense, right? Quote unquote, all. And when he actually had to face the reality of what it was like to lose it all as well. So I've seen him at the top, hit rock bottom, and then say, I'm going to take myself and my family right up to the top and do precisely that. So as I said, tonight he's taking time out of his 17-year-old son's birthday to pour into us. And I think that speaks to the passion and commitment he has to this business, to our entire organization, being relentless in the flesh. And he's been able to just accomplish things that people might only dream of, such as retiring his parents, making sure that financial burdens are no longer issues, being able to know that he can give that example to his children and to all of us, right? So I will forever thank him for inviting me personally, but also knowing that he thought about bringing me along, as well as so many others on here, right? So many of the amazing leaders we have. But let me go ahead and get myself out of the way. I know he is shining, glowing, gleaming, and blessed, transmitting to us from his beautiful, absolutely beautiful and amazing new residence, right? So huge, huge congratulations to him. Talk about views. Can anybody say views in the comments? Views, right? Views. But again, let me go ahead and get myself out of the way and focus. Give your undivided attention to very well deserved and earned, none other than our Senior Vice President, Mr. Xavier Marrero. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Mark. Can you hear and see me?
Yeah. Yes, loud and clear, sir. You got it.
Perfect, perfect, man. Like always, Team Relentless, what's going on, man? Let me see some movement, man. Let me have some cameras come on. You know, I want to feel the vibe, right? High energy equals what? High income, right? So you guys already know how we do, man. I just need some energy. Guys, I feel like I'm like a battery, right? Like if there's no energy, then I don't do much. But when there's energy, I become very, very powerful, right? So I definitely want the energies, put those fires, put those number ones on the chat. I want to see who's plugged in. Definitely want to give it back to my sister, Myra. Man, when I tell you this woman is fully committed, this woman is fully committed. It could be to host, edification. It could be meeting up just like today to put trainings together. It could be like, Myra, what can you do more to make our team a lot better? And she's constantly stepping out of her comfort zone. Just continue to not be good, but be great for all of us. So Myra, thank you so much. Girl, you know, I love you. You're more than just a business partner. You're a sister to me. You know, our families have chill together because again, it's about the principles and morals that we live by. Forget about the money, forget the titles, forget the company. You know, it's about those good energies, those great vibes. And just knowing that you have someone in your corner that's constantly cheering you on and constantly wants you to win, regardless what's happening around their life or your life. So Myra, thank you so much for being that individual. Highly appreciate it. So blessed to have you on my corner, right? And also, man, shout out to you guys as Team Relentless, man. For the brand new individuals, I want to be the first one to welcome you to the Team Relentless training. Guys, I'm telling you, this right here is where we pick the best of the best and Relentless and the entire company just to come in here and share some golden nuggets that can take you and your business to the next level. So by me saying that, I want to give a special shout out to the leaders that took time out of their busy day, including my day. Guys, my son just turned 17 today. I don't know about you guys, but that's something big for us because a lot of us grew up in a neighborhood that you probably didn't make it to that age. I have buried my best friend at the age of 15, turning 16. So for my son to see 17 means a lot to me, probably more than the average person, because I promised myself at one point, I will put myself in an environment that my son will never have to live that lifestyle. I will put myself in an environment that my son will never have to see what I see. I will put myself in an environment that my son will never have to hold his best friend while he's dying and then can't even explain to their mom what their last word was. I promised myself that would never happen to my son. And this is why I'm so focused, guys. This is why I've worked so hard and I'm so dedicated to this business. It's not because of the company, right? It's because of my son. It's because of my mom. It's because of my dad. It's because of my brother who made a decision that will forever haunt him and will stop him from doing so much. But we don't care because at the end of the day, when we have opportunities like this, nobody or nothing can stop us, right? And what God has in store for you can no one take away. Amen to that. Because I'm telling you, some of you guys right now are walking in fear. Some of you guys right now are scared. Some of you guys right now don't even believe in something bigger than you. Guys, walk in faith. Guys, understand that anything is possible. And understand this is way bigger than you, period. Guys, I'm telling you, if you take this serious the same way your David Marquez, your Anthony Kellys, your Brunos, your Arnolds, your Robs, right? So many of these, your Myras, myself, your Razors, your Natalie's, your Inez. Man, I could continue going down the list. If you take it serious enough, you will not only live the lifestyle we have, but even better. And guys, I'm gonna tell you this right here. This company right here can not only change that 3-digit score credit, but it can change that 5-digit zip code, period. Now I can only change that 3-digit credit score, but it can change that 5-digit zip code. Trust me, we have done it for the last 4 to 5 years. All the top leaders. Congratulations to every single one of them. I have witnessed them move from a certain area to another neighborhood and their entire families because of this opportunity. Now ask yourself, are you going to be the next one? Or are you going to be the next one to watch somebody else do it? That's the main question. But guys, look, as leaders, right? And shout out to the leaders that took time today, David Marquez, Myra, myself, Rob Santiago, and also Anthony Kelly. Guys, as leaders, us 5 came together and said, you know what? We have one more quarter to the end of this year. What can we do for our team, right? And let me step back. Big shout out to Natalie for having the idea. Big shout out to Natalie to saying, you know what, X, this is what we're missing. And this is what we're going to take everyone to the next level. If it wasn't for her to plant that seed, us as leaders, we didn't even got together. And the only reason she wasn't there is because unfortunately she's all the way in Massachusetts. And I won't even say the city wrong because you guys get offended. And I'm not trying to get jumped when I go up there. I know how you guys roll. Trust me, I'm from PA. I get it. Much respect. So I won't even try. But guys, individuals like that is what help us get to the next level. So what we did is we put all our minds together, and I got other leaders that are going to come on board, right? Dr. Arnold already said, X, I'm super excited. I can't wait till I'm part of it. Bruno said the same thing. Man, so many other leaders are like, yo, X, how can I get involved? How can we take this to the next level? And the crazy thing is, guys, they got themselves out the way and said, you know what? How can I put my team in front of me? How can I get someone else other than myself promoted? So we came up with this idea, and shout out to Natalie. We're going to go ahead and introduce what's called the 12 weeks of Christmas. You guys already know about the 12 days of Christmas, 12 weeks of Christmas. So why are we going to do this? Guys, from September 26th all the way to September 26th to December 18th, it's a total of 90 days, a total of 12 weeks. For us and UWE, that's our Christmas. That's Saturday. But one thing we want to do, guys, is put you guys in a position to only not you have the best Christmas ever, but more importantly, your family. So now we're going to create a game plan. We're going to go ahead and have additional training. We're going to go ahead and do extra work that normally we wouldn't on the fourth quarter to make sure that you and your family has the Christmas you guys always deserve. Go ahead and type in number 1 if this Christmas is going to be your best Christmas ever. Type in number 1 if starting today, you're willing to do whatever it takes to go ahead and have that Christmas become true. I want to see who I'm talking to. I want to see if these people are really about it or they just want to talk the talk. Because over here, we definitely need to walk the walk, right? So guys, check this out. We're going to go ahead and start the 12th week of Christmas. A Facebook group has already been created. Some of you guys already got invited. Make sure if you didn't, you reach out to your leader and make sure you get invited to this group, because this is where all the information is going to go. This is where all the recording is going to go. This is where all the additional trainings are going to be provided. And this is where people are going to get additional awards and recognition based off of the tasks that we assign and be completed. So understand this, guys. The goal for this 90-day run is to, again, to have the Christmas that you and your family deserve, right? To create the momentum to carry us to the holidays. Man, how many times do we hear, oh, it's a slow season, slow season, slow season. Forget the slow season. Get that out your mind. Because I remember when Razor first started his business, she didn't even know what a slow season was. And because mentally, she never told herself it was a slow season, this woman was breaking records in the company. And this is what we're going to do right now. I want everybody to go into your mind and go into that library and take that little file and say, this is a slow season. We're going to take that file and we're going to put it through a shredder right now. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a slow season. You know what it means? We just got to work a little harder. That's all it is. It's a numbers game, guys. But you know what happens during the season? A lot of people get distracted. A lot of people lose focus. A lot of people start building stress because the holidays are coming and their income is decreasing. But guys, we're here to tell you that as long as you stay focused, as long as you stay coachable, hungry, and willing, we promise you this will be the best Christmas ever. And I say that with confidence because it won't be the first time we did this. But it's going to be up to you. We're going to create the blueprint. We're going to create the game plan. But are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to complete the task? And if you are type of number one right now in the chat, I want to know how many people are we going to have that's going to take this challenge? How many people are going to be part of the 12th week of Christmas and really show their family that doubted them that this truly do work? The ones that felt that this was a waste of time, you're going to give them the best gift ever. The ones that say, you know what, you're crazy and you need to stop listening to that guy with the beard. He's misleading you. You're going to say, you know what, that guy with the beard was telling me the truth. That guy with the beard, they go from homeless to a penthouse in 4 years. And if he did it, then I could do it in 2 years. And guys, this is exactly why we create these blueprints. We're showing you the shortcuts to get to the final goal without even you walking the path. We walk the path for you. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and just be in a position to create so much momentum that when people talk to you about a slow season, you laugh at them. You say, what are you talking about? Because at the end of the day, guys, when we put this together, this is going to go ahead and help you create an income of anywhere from $600 to $1,100 per week if you follow the test. Who can use an extra $600 a week right now? As a brand new agent, we have the blueprint that you can make at least $600 per week. And that's just becoming a field trainer every single week, unlocking those caps. Guys, that's $600 per week. Think about it, guys. Even if you're already a seasoned agent, if you was to take $600, and we're just going to do some simple math, guys, because I want you to see the bigger picture. $600 times the next 12 weeks. Guys, that's an extra $7,200 for Christmas. Who can use an extra $7,200 for Christmas alone? Type of number one. Type in that $7,200 right now on the chat. Put $7,200. I needs that. And I need a Z behind that D. I needs that. Right? $7,200. I needs that. Guys, that's how simple it's going to be. So now that I have your attention, right? Ask yourself these 3 questions. What will your income look like? Write it down right now. If you already know the minimum work will get you $7,200 by Christmas, I want you to write it down right now. What will your income be at the end of these 90 days? And then guys, if you do the bare minimum with the trainings that we're going to provide, you're going to create, listen to this, as a brand new agent. And I want everybody today start as a brand new agent. When we start this on Sunday, everybody's a brand new agent, including myself, including David Marquez, including Reza, including Rob, including every top leader. Check this out. You're going to have anywhere from 100 to 1,000 new agents in your organization. Not in Team Relentless, in your organization. And we're going to give you that blueprint. Think about that. Even if you're a brand new agent, talk to a seasoned agent and say, hey, if I had 100 agents in my organization, not that I personally brought in, it's that I followed the system. I was able to duplicate the system, teach my new agent system, let them duplicate the system. And before I know it, I have 100 new agents. Ask them what title that will be. Ask them. Definitely a sales director, definitely a regional sales director, executive sales director. And Bruno just told you, I remember when Bruno was an SD going to RSD. This man made over $20,000 in 1 month. 20 grand in 1 month. And it was the slow season? No. He didn't let that determine his success. He said, you know what? I want to have the best Christmas ever. You know what? I want my lady to have the best Christmas ever. You know what? I want my newborn child to already experience what life is all about, the best of life. And that's exactly what happened. So ask yourself, how many new agents will you have at the end of these 90 days? I just told you the bare minimum will get you 100. The ones that follow through can go all the way up to 1,000 new agents. Talk about VP. From a brand new agent to vice president, it has been done. Look at what Inez has been able to accomplish. Look what Natalie has been able to accomplish. Guys, we hit vice president in 9 months, and we didn't do a 90-day run. We didn't have the mentorship that you guys have. We didn't have the training that you guys have. We didn't have the blueprint that you guys have. So we promise ourselves as leaders, our goals is not only to duplicate what we created, but to cut it in half, to get people to the top a lot faster than what we did. Because since we got to the top and we had to walk down certain paths, we also learned some shortcuts. And that's exactly what we're going to be sharing with you guys during these 90 days. So I want people to go ahead and start preparing for what's about to happen. Remember, this is going to start Sunday, September 26th. For you to be involved, what I need you to do is I need you to say, hey, I want to be part of that Facebook group. I want to be part of the 12 weeks before Christmas, and I want to run it because I owe it to my family. See, it's not about Team Relentless. It's not about Xavier, the guy with the beard. It's not about Myra, the one that can edify anyone, right? It's not about David, who can tell you everything and anything about this industry. It's about you, your family, your goals. So I already ask yourself, what is your income going to look like? Ask yourself, what is your team going to look like? How many more agents, new agents, are going to be added to your organization during these 90 days? And the last one, what are your personal goals? What title will you be at? How many people will you help get to field trainer? How many people will you help walk away from a 9-to-5? Even as a brand new agent, set those goals. Because I know when I first started this company, those are the exact same questions I asked myself, and I started writing them down. I'm gonna make X amount of money by the end of 90 days. And then by the end of the year, I'm gonna have this much. I'm gonna have X amount of new agents by the 90 days. And by the end of the year, I'm gonna have this much. And then by the end of the 90 days, I will have this title, including the R&R. Guys, you just heard from Bruno how this was able to change his life forever. A gentleman that came to the United States that didn't even know how to speak English is now a multiple six-figure earner and also an R&R member with this company. The reason why is because he focused and he's still committed to his 90 days. Guys, look, this ain't no trial run, right? This ain't, hey, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I can tell you this, you're going to fail. We need you to be fully committed. We need you to understand that at the end of the day, what is going to be that prize, that reward for you, but more importantly for your family, right? So I want people to say, hey, you know what, X, I want to be part of that Facebook group, and I want you guys to go in there, and by tomorrow, I want you to go ahead and download the workbook for the 20 and 30 days. And I want you to watch the video that's going to be uploaded by tomorrow to be ahead of the game. Because David Marquez, Rob, myself, and Natalie, tomorrow night, are we getting together? And we're just going to go ahead and take the knowledge that we have and just the skills and even involve other leaders and put this training together for every single one of you guys. We're going to go ahead and teach you how you can go ahead and recruit 20 people in 30 days, even as a brand new agent. And guys, think about this. Even if you did the work, half of the work, meaning that you just messed up half of the time, you're still going to end up with 10 new agents by the end of the 30 days. See, if you could do that, saying that you messed up half of the way, and then now next month you can duplicate the exact same thing you just did and still mess up half of the way, guys, that's 100 new agents in your organization within 60 days. Think about where you'll be. Think about what that paycheck will look like. Think about how much extra income will be coming in to put to the side to make sure that we have that amazing Christmas. I'm telling you guys, don't take this lightly. We understand the importance of the momentum that needs to be created for us to have the best Christmas ever. Because again, it won't be the first time we did this. Guys, last year, if you look at the picture as leaders, shout out to Arnold, shout out to David, shout out to Bruno, shout out to Jackie, shout out to Genesis was there, Yo Erika, Gigi. There were so many other leaders that came together and we said, you know what? We're doing so well during the slow season that we're going to give back to the community. That we're going to go to Walmart and we're going to buy as many toys as we can. We're going to go ahead and get together. Guys, I have a CLS 53. This is a sports car. I'm never in my life thought I could fit so many bikes in a sports car. But ask David, we got to the point that we actually stuffed the pod that we got. We thought maybe we was going to be able to fill in a quarter and we packed this thing out. So ask yourself, besides you providing the best Christmas ever, how much are you going to give back to the people that don't have nothing? To the parents that can't even give that son or that daughter that bike? To the parents that don't even know these opportunities exist, because my parents didn't know, but they're hard workers. But we had Christmas, we didn't have nothing under that tree. We had nothing but respect and love. That's all we used to get. So let's go out of our way and think bigger and put ourselves in a position to not only win, but to help more people. Because I'm telling you, God sees that, and that's why he continues to bless people. It's way bigger than you. So we want everybody to be involved, because everything that we're putting together, we know for sure will get you guys to the next level. We know for sure your Christmas is going to look a lot better. We know for sure a lot of you guys will be walking away from that job y'all hate. Because type of number one right now, if you have a job that you hate, and hate might be a strong word, but you truly just hate your job. And let's just say this, type of number one, if you dislike your manager. I didn't say hate, I said dislike. Type of number one, if you have to ask permission to get some days off in the holidays. I know I used to. I come from sales. Christmas Eve, man, I was working 24/7. I'm Puerto Rican. We celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. But you know what? I had a job that didn't understand that. I had a job that didn't care about that. And I told myself, enough is enough. I will celebrate my holidays the way my culture does it. I will celebrate my holidays when I was told we were supposed to celebrate it. Not when corporate America tells me to. So how many of you guys are sick and tired, being sick and tired of asking permission to another grown person to enjoy your holidays, to enjoy the time with your family? Because if I remember correctly, the holidays are supposed to be when you spend most of the time with your family. But if I remember correctly, in corporate America, it's where we spend most of the time at work. Guys, that's not happening anymore. We have the blueprint. We have the opportunity. We have the vehicle. So we're going to do this 90-day for the ones that wants to do it. And trust me, guys, what I love about this, we're not leaving nobody behind. You're not going to get cut from this program. But I'm telling you this, the ones that take it serious will have those 1,000 new agents in their organization. The ones that play lightly, y'all have 100, but that's not bad. So ask yourself, who are you going to be? 100 new agents or 1,000 new agents? 600 a week or over $1,100 a week? That's going to be all up to you. Guys, we have created a schedule that most of it is already in place with the Team Relentless from the 8 a.m. grind, morning grind, which it helps a ton of people. Type of number one if you feel that the 8 a.m. Monday morning grinds have been very powerful, very helpful. Type of number one if you have seen results from that call. Shout out to my brother Rob, who killed it this morning. And guys, I'll be honest with you, I was supposed to be on that call. But last night, I ain't going to sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning, setting up my son's room. Because I promised myself at my new place, when he came to his new spot for the first time ever on his birthday, his room will be fully set. His room will be decked out. And you know why? Because he deserves that. You know why? Because at one point, my son had to sleep next to me in a queen size mattress in like a 10-by-8 room, where the queen size bed was the entire room. So it was only right for him on his 17th birthday to come home to the view that he has now and to come home to a room that was fully furnished. Because at one point, we didn't have it that way. Ask yourself, how much do your kids really mean to you? Ask yourself, how much do your parents really mean to you? And ask yourself, how much do those loved ones really mean to you? See, at the end of the day, guys, I take this very, very serious, and this is a responsibility. But when you have leaders like Rob that says, X, I fully understand, get that done. I'm gonna hold it down, and the team is still gonna get what they needed. Put a number one if you was on that training today at 8 o'clock and Rob killed it. Put a number one. That man went ham this morning. And the crazy thing is, that man was texting me at like 2:30 in the morning. He didn't really get no sleep. But when you have someone that's committed like how he is, there was no excuses. So shout out to my brother for that, because that meant a lot to me. Because again, today is my son's birthday. Today is a special day. Today, like I said, depending where you grew up at, you made it 17, mama, we made it. So it feels good to be in this position. But it also feels good to know I have the leaders that I have to say, okay, let's go ahead and come together. And how do we get the team to experience what we have experienced? How do we get the team to the next 90 days have the best memories ever? And we said we're going to put this into play. So it's going to be up to you to request to be a part of that Facebook. We're not going to convince no one, and we're not going to force no one. We know what our Christmas is going to look like, and we know what our kids are going to get, and our parents and our loved ones. But what are you going to do? How are you going to take this to the next level? And understand, this is way bigger than you. Type of number one if you want to be part of that Facebook group. Type of number one if you're excited for what's about to happen. I need you to type a number one if you're excited for what's about to happen. So guys, look, it's very simple. We're going to go ahead and, like I said, start this on Sunday. It's going to be 3 different faces. It's going to be every 4 weeks. We're not going with the UWE calendar. We have our own 4 weeks. We know why we're doing this. You guys will understand it. Just do this. Stay coachable, stay hungry, and stay willing. If you don't do those 3, I guarantee you we'll work with you side by side. And at the end of this journey, you're going to be super satisfied that you still fully committed. That you didn't take no days off, and really for 90 days, you grind your ass off. Period. Because when this comes out, and when the training starts being trained, you're going to say, wow, X, this makes sense. Thank you, David. Thank you, Arnold. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Reza. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Natalie. And so many other leaders for putting this together. And guys, at the end of the day, we're confident and we know that's going to happen. So we don't need the recognition. We don't need the thank yous. But we definitely want to go on social media and look at pictures and see how your family's smiling ear to ear. How your son, your daughter saying, you know what, Mom, I fully understand why you was always on that phone. I understand why you would get off of work and you would give us a little bit of time. And then we felt like you was ignoring us. But now we see it. Because guys, sometimes we have to have that conversation, especially during these 90 days. Tell that spouse, tell those parents, tell the kids. You might not see me too much for the next 90 days, but I promise you on Christmas, you're gonna have it all. And it's not about the materials, because my son told me today at dinner, and this is why I'm still drinking some of my wine. He tells me today at dinner, I've been asking him the longest time already, Bobby, what do you want for your birthday? He keeps telling me nothing. Bobby, what do you want for your birthday? Nothing. Bobby, what do you want for your birthday? Nothing. So I finally say, you know what? There has to be one thing that you want. There has to be one thing. See, my son is grateful. He's humble. Because if my dad used to ask me what I want, I'll tell him every single pair of sneakers that's in the finish line. Every single pair of sneakers that's in foot action. And trust me, if my dad asks me that now, man, he don't want to know what I want. But guys, when you have a son who's so humble and say, you know what, Dad, let's go to Philly. Let's go to PA. I want to chill with my favorite cousin. That's it. Nothing else. Thank God, Pops, we have everything. I just want to spend time with my loved ones because that's what you always do. That's meant everything to me. And then today while we're having dinner and I'm sitting there with him and his girlfriend, he tells me, Dad, the only thing I want today is your time. That's it. That's all he told me. And I said, Bobby, I got you. But at 10 o'clock, I got to do a webinar for the team. So excuse me for that. But it's okay. Because me being committed the way I am is the reason why we live the lifestyle we live today. And he understands that. And he knows that. My son's seen us, how Myra said, go from the top all the way to the bottom. Now we're climbing the charts again. But this time, we're taking way more people with us. Why? Because if we fall, we become each other's crutches. No one's completely going to fall to the ground. Never again. Put yourself in that position. Put other people around you in the exact same position and allow them to become your crutches. Because I'm pretty sure I'm saying this correctly. If shit ever hits the fan for me, and I pardon my language, sometimes when I get in this passion, I just be speaking like how X be speaking. But if anything ever hits the fan, I'm pretty sure with the leaders I have today, I will always be good. Because I once believed in them and I told them that they can make it happen. And now we only have not only six-figure earners, but multiple six-figure earners. So how can we fall? How? So ask yourself, are you going to become somebody else's crutch? And if you are, great. But how many other crutches are you going to put around you? So that way, no one will ever fall. And during these 90 days, I guarantee you that's exactly what you're going to create. That's exactly what's going to end up happening. So I don't feel like I have to say too much. I'm pretty sure you guys see the bigger picture. I'm pretty sure you see forget if. We don't do if. When you get committed, you're definitely going to see that change in your entire life. You're definitely going to see that breakthrough that you've been praying for. But understand this, guys, faith without work is dead. Faith without work is dead. Let's go put in some work. Can we all do that? Can everybody turn their cameras on and just nod their head and say, X, we got this? And we understand it's not for UWE. We understand it's not for UX. We understand this is not for Relentless. We understand this is for me and my family.
X, we got this.
Right? That's what we want to do.
We got this.
We got this.
X, we got this.
We got
Let's
this.
go.
We
We got this. We got this.
We got it.
Got it. We got this.
Guys, understand this, man.
Got this.
I'm on the other side of that camera. Oh my God, to see everybody's faces. We got this, yo.
We got this, y'all.
We
So,
got this.
We need that. Right?
At
That's
this.
gonna be the new thing.
We need that.
Needs that. Yes.
Need that.
Right?
Need that.
Yo,
Gotta
we
have
got
it.
We needs
it.
that. We
They
needs
needs
that.
that. Our kids, they needs that. Our parents, they needs that. The haters, they needs that.
Absolutely.
We coming to get it, baby.
The only thing that I'll ask for you guys tonight, and it will be so much to me, is for you guys to wish my son a happy birthday when I call him down.
Absolutely.
You guys to say, you know what, X,
Let that Virgo baby in. Let's do it.
Let's do
We
it.
got you. We got you.
right? Look, Lil X, we appreciate your father's time. We know we stole him away from you, and we know that you only wish for his time, but we want to thank you.
That's
So
right.
I'm
Happy
gonna-
birthday, young king.
Team Virgo
Happy
all
birthday.
day.
And when he comes down
happy
here,
birthday.
I just want you guys to do that. So give me 1 second. Lil X, come here real quick.
Got you.
We're gonna do this in a special way. Guys,
Sing.
hard work pays off. Rock and
Are we
tell-
gonna sing happy birthday or we
Hey.
just saying happy
Hey,
birthday?
you guys can sing happy birthday even better.
Sing.
Oh, yes, let's sing.
Do it.
Let's sing.
Let's sing it.
Let's sing. Let's sing. Let's sing.
Yeah. Let me get my
Let's
voice
sing
right.
it. King, young king.
Let's get it.
We love your. We love
You gotta say 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Let's get it. Let's get
There
it.
you go.
Hey.
Happy birthday, young king.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hold on.
Hold on. Everybody in tune. Everybody in tune.
Hold on.
Yes.
Roll your boat.
Hey, Myra, make sure you cut this out of it.
Let's take it out. After I say 3, we're
All right, guys, listen. All right, listen. We
Okay.
have to do this.
Hold
1,
on.
2, 3.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Get it.
Happy birthday. Woo!
Happy birthday.
Happy
All right.
birthday.
Now we got to add a little song. Happy
It was terrible.
birthday.
Birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Feliz, feliz de tu día.
Amiguito, que Dios te bendiga.
Que cumplas.
Awesome, everybody.
Hey, hey, relentless, let's get it, man. 12 weeks. Shout out to Natalie. I appreciate you, girl, all the way in Massachusetts, making big things happen, constantly sharing ideas throughout the whole team, not holding back, just saying, you know what, next, if this is going to help everybody go to the next level, let's put it in play. Let's go ahead and run with it. Get everybody and anybody involved. Let's make sure we do this right, and let's just run with it. So shout out to Natalie for the 12 weeks of Christmas. This was her idea. But guys, this is why I tell you, it doesn't matter your position. If you feel something's going to be right, speak up. We're going to listen, because then what we got to do is put the pros in place. I called David right away. David, we got this. David said, let's run it. Rob, this is what's going on. Let's run it. Arnold, let's run it. Myra, let's run it. Anthony Kelly, let's run it. Malcolm, let's run it. Guys, everybody's super excited because we know what the results are going to be. Remember, it didn't happen overnight. It happened over nights. And these nights, we're going to make it happen, period. Guys, look, Reach out to your leader, get added to that Facebook group. We're going to start this on Monday. Start preparing now. Get ahead of the game and go in there. Download the workbook, which I will be uploading by tomorrow night. Go ahead and watch the video, which I will upload by tomorrow night. Be ahead of the game, period. Guys, we're in a position to win. Let's all be winners. Let's all go out here and change lives and at the same time create a hell of an income for our Christmas to be the way we always pictured it, especially when we was little kids. But because when we were little kids, we used to have a way better imagination than we have now. Let's go back to being little kids. Let's go back to having fun. Let's go back to dreaming bigger than ever, but making those dreams a reality. Type of number one, that's going to be you at the end of 90 days. I just want to say thank you to every single person. Thank you to every single one of my leaders. Thank you for everything you guys are doing. And guys, do not forget to register to go to Massachusetts. We're going to take over. We have top leaders that are coming, super excited. This is something brand new for the company. Again, shout out to Natalie for putting this thing together, right? Someone that's constantly on the phone saying, again, great ideas. How do we put them in play? How many people is this going to impact? How many people are going to go ahead and get promoted because of this? And I'm telling you, don't want to miss that event, because those are the conversations that a lot of you guys been waiting to have with top leaders like Arnold, like David, like myself, like Rob, like Razor, like Anthony Kelly, like Malcolm, like, man, so many. Bruno, guys, I pulled Bruno to the side and I said, what are you doing? And I even had those side conversations with those individuals. So imagine what that could do for you, right? So guys, man, thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and end this call. We're going to go ahead and put that out there for you guys. Do not miss Tuesday's training. That's when it's going to go ahead and start. This is when we're going to go ahead and take over, right? Shout out to Chris with the team takeover. They're out there killing it, constantly moving. Momentum is ridiculous. I wish they invited me the other day while they was eating shrimp and lobsters and steaks and all type of crazy stuff, right? But it's okay. I'll get to that level one day, right? So again, Chris, shout out to you. Right? Shout out to your mentor, Arnold. Shout out to his mentor, David, right? It's crazy how this thing works. Duplication everywhere, right? You get a badge, you get a badge, you get a ring, you get a ring. Let's all get it, right? So guys, man, thank you so much for everything you guys do. Let's stay focused, let's stay committed, and let's go ahead and follow the blueprint, and I'll see you guys all the way at the top. And like how Bruno say, I'll see you at the bank as well. Take care, stay blessed. Let me go ahead and enjoy the rest of the night with my son, and let's get it.
Good night, good night, good night.
Yes, sir.
Good
night. Good night.
Get it.
Enjoy, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Get it, y'all.
Good night.
Thank
Get it.
you.